Good morning. I'm Padmapriya, Assistant Professor in Department of CSE in RMD Engineering College. Today we are going to see the topic singly linked list insertions under the subject data structures. Singly linked list. Singly linked list means is defined as collection of ordered set of elements. A node in the singly linked list consists of two parts, that is data part and the link part. The data part of the node stores the actual information that is to be represented by the node, while the link part of the node stores the address of its immediate successor. Now let us see this diagram. So we are having three nodes where the first node is going to contain the data 23, and along with that we are going to have the link part which points to the address of the next node, that is 34. So the second node contains the data portion as 34, and the link part points to the address of the third node. So the third node is going to be containing the data 90, and the link part indicates null value. That is, after this node, there is no more node. So the link node is going to be null here. And the head pointer is pointing to the first data, that is 23. Now let us see the insertions. The insertions can be done at three positions, at the beginning, middle, and end. Now let us see how to insert a data in the beginning position. So now let us see this example. So the data 10 is going to be in the data part of the first node, and in the link part, we are going to have the address of the second node. The address of the second node is 5021. So 5021 is going to be in the link part of the first node. So in the second node, the data part is going to be 40. And after this, there is no more nodes. So the null is going to be in the link part. And the head is pointing to the first node. So now, how I'm going to insert a node? So the data which you are going to insert, first declare that node. Okay. So after declaring the node, you have to insert the element. And the link part, you have to point to the address of the first node, that is 5001. And the head pointer has to be pointed to the new node which you have been created, that is 5046. So this way you can insert the node in the first position. So 5001 will be in the data part of, in the link part of the new node which has been created, that is 60, and the link part is going to be 5001, and the head is initially it was being pointed to 5001 is going to be moved to 5046. Now let us see the program. So insert beginning, we are going to initialize a variable element to store the data. Now see out, enter the element. Now you are going to enter the element. So it is going to be 60. Now you are going to create a node. So using the struct node, malloc size of struct node, you are going to create a node. So for this node, there are two parts. Information part is going to contain the data port, which you have entered just now, that is 60. And the link part is going to be the head. That is, initially what was head pointing to? It was pointing to 5001. So now that 5001 is going to be in the link part. That is, in the node which you have created, in that node, the link part is going to contain the address 5001. Now the head pointer is going to be moved to the new node which you have created, that is CF. So this is the way you will be inserting a node in the first position, in the beginning position. Now let us see how to insert a data in the middle position. So in the middle position means, first you have to create a node which is going to be n. And in this node, we are going to insert the data, and you are going to assign an address also. Now, this address is going to be assigned to the previous element, that is P old, for which you are going to insert the data. So in the P old, you are going to, in the P old of the link part, you are going to insert the new node's address. And in the new nodes, in the P olds link part, you will be having one address, right? So that address, you're going to paste it in the new node, right? So n is going to be, data part is going to be 30, and the link part is equal to 5072. So now this 5072, I'm going to copy paste in the node, which is going to be previous to my new node. That is 5001, 5046. This is your P old. Here only I'm going to insert my data. So 5001 is going to be replaced by 5072. And in 5072, I'm going to replace it with the, in the link part of the 5072, I'm going to replace it with the 5001. So we will see the diagram program now. First, I'm going to initialize the variables I, position, element. I'm going to enter the positions and element. So the position is going to be 3 and the element is going to be 30. Now old value, old variable, that is going to be p head. Okay, so the p old is going to be the head. So now I'm going to create a new node. So in the new node, I'm going to give the data portion and I'm going to use a for loop. So now in the for loop, I'm going to increment the p value. So the p value is going to be incremented up to I reach the position which is going to be 2. So up to that position, I'm going to reach. So after reaching this position, I'm going to insert my element. So for example, P is initially it was in the head and old also was B initially to the head. So now P next. So now P is going to be, initially it was in the 5046. Now P has come to 5001 and old is in the 5046. Now again, I'm going to increment the P. So increment the P means P will be coming to 5021 and old will be coming to 5001. So this is the exact position where I'm going to insert my data. So the new node which you have created, so the address is going to be 5072. So now this 5072, I'm going to place it in the old link address. And the old link address, which was containing 5021, I'm going to place it in the new node address. So by this way, we will be able to insert the data in the middle position. Now let us see how to insert the data at the end position. So the same way, you are going to initialize a variable element and you're going to give the data. You're going to create a new node. So in the new node data portion, you're going to give the data. So P is going to be the head. Now I'm going to check P next value. If the P next value is going to be null, means that is the last element. Okay, so if the P next is not equal to null, means I'm going to increment my P value. So I have to increment my P value until I reach my P next is equal to null. So once I reach P next is equal to null, means I'm going to insert my new data in that particular position. So the P which is going to be null node. So I'm going to replace the null with the new node address. So for here, the example, the new node address is going to be 5072. So in the place of 5021, it is null, right? So this one, I'm going to replace it with 5072 and I'm going to link my new node to the last position. So in the new node, the link part is going to be null, indicating the data is going to be inserted at the last position. So by this way, we will be able to do the insertions in the singly linked list. Thank you.